It's the magic month. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's the magic month. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In audio.
Alright, so magic month. That means I get paid 3 times in the month of August because it is a magic month. Hallelujah. I am a bi-weekly. I get paid bi-weekly, so that means this month will be getting paid 3 times. So my first check is going to be my extra check. And the second check and the third check, which those pay dates are the 16th and the 30th, I think it is. Those will be like bills in my regular bi-weekly budget with me. So today, since we don't really have a lot to talk about, and what I'm going to do though is I'm going to get one of these out. I recently posted a video, well, not recently. I don't know when I posted the video, but I posted a video and I was giving some tips on if you're just getting started in the budgeting community and you don't want to go out and spend all that money on all the cutesy stuff. Look around and see if anybody that's already engrossed into the budgeting community has anything they're willing to give away for free. And someone contacted me on Instagram and inquired about giving some stuff away for free. So I actually did. I sent her some stuff and she had some questions that she asked me, and so I wrote those questions down, and I'm going to answer some of those questions today as we do our budget. So we're going to do a budget with me that's kind of lax, for lack of a better word, because it's a magic month, and I'm going to answer some questions which I have on a piece of paper right here. So let's get into it. I made $13.04, so let's put $13.04, and I'm going to give myself $50 for personal, $50 for gas. One of the questions that I get a lot, which I'm going to explain again and probably mostly in all of my budgeting videos because people do ask, is what do I mean by next week? So this week, this August 2nd, I will get paid on Friday, which means from Friday, August 2nd to Friday, August 9th, I think it is. The $50 that I give myself is my pocket money, and the $50 is for my gas. Next week, I give myself $100, which means, come down here so you can see, which means from August 9th to August 16th, $50 will go in my pocket and $50 will go into gas. Now, usually what tends to happen is, depending on where I go after work, if I just come straight home, if I drive and go straight home, I usually can put about $30 in my car and I have an extra $20, so I end up having $70 in my pocket. But in case I do, decide to stop this day, stop this day, stop this day, then I might get low in gas and I put the whole 50 in there. So basically, August 2nd to August 9th, that $100 for personal and gas, $50 will be in my pocket and in my gas tank. And then August 9th, when I don't get paid, I can pull my next week envelope out and I have the $50 for my pocket and the $50 for gas. So that's what that is. So I really highly suggest, if, because people will ask me, so how in the world do you make $50 last 2 weeks? I don't. It may last a week. It may last, I might get my last $2, $3 on that Thursday or Friday. Usually it's that Thursday, and then that Friday I get that next week envelope quick, fast, in a hurry. So I don't make $50 last 2 weeks. Usually $100 can last me, but I have to put 50 away that's for that second week, and then wait till that comes. So if I spend this $50 here, which is August 2nd to August 9th, and I spend it all on August 4th, then I got no more money until August 9th. So you see what I'm saying? So groceries is getting $150. And so that equals out to $350. My sister's birthday is coming up, so I'm going to give her $50 in a card because I don't know exactly what she wants. And I really hope she does not watch this video. Yeah. But I also got some other cute stuff that I want to give her as well. And there's also, her birthday is on August 11th, which is the Sunday. But the 9th and the 10th, we'll be actually doing Donuts for Planners, which is a planning event, a planning conference. And my sister is vending for the first time. So we're actually going to have a meeting probably this weekend to discuss that. And I'm excited for her. So I'm going to get her, I'll show you when that happens. Okay, so let's get into the first question on our paper. The first question was, how do you have money for other things? Because she saw in my videos when I do my budget with me's that we make around the same or bring home around the same amount for our paychecks, which is anywhere between $1,275 and $1,300. But she was saying, how in the world do you have money to buy other things when your mortgage is $1,016? So in her mind, she's thinking, if I bring home a paycheck that's $1,300 and my mortgage is $1,016, then she's thinking I only have $284 to spend. When all actuality, if you get paid bi-weekly, you can split it up. So my first check, I would pay $508. So technically, $1,300 minus $508 equals $792. And that can cover bills, miscellaneous, my variable expenses up here, if I do have a little bit left over for sinking funds, things like that. So what did I say? My answer is splitting bills in half or quarters if you're paid weekly. 3 paycheck months, try to use that 1 paycheck to get ahead. And so with me, because I have other things that are just happening in the month of August and things of that nature, I am putting money in all of my sinking funds because we're going to get started. And that's also what I mean as far as like getting ahead. Get your sinking funds started and don't touch them. If you are able to use that check and you don't have anything as far as like subscriptions or afterpay or anybody's birthday coming up, like I'm putting $50 in my account as a buffer for my bank, and I want to add to that. So every time I have money saved over for this $50, it is my goal to take that buffer money and put it and add it to this $50. That's what I'm going to try to do. But I'm saving money and I'm putting stuff away for sinking funds. And I want these to build up. So, yeah, split everything in half if you're bi-weekly or you get paid semi. So, like if you get paid on the 1st and 15th, split it up, you know. And it's easier to do the check that's on the 15th. Use that to pay for the bills at the end of the month. Or no, use those to pay for the bills at the beginning of the month. So like the check that you get paid on the 1st should be paying the end of August. So then when you get paid for the 15th, you can pay for the beginning of September. And just try to, you know, get, you know, that started. Or split everything up by quarters if you get paid weekly. And like I said, that 3 paycheck month if you get paid bi-weekly, or if you get paid weekly that month where you get 5 checks per month, try to use some of those funds to get ahead. And I know not typically, but some people want to take that money and, you know, ooh, it's a free check. Yeah. I want to do this and this and this. You can use a little bit of it. I'm not saying deprive yourself, but the majority of it, try to get yourself ahead. Okay, so my subs, I'm putting $100 instead of $50. And when I'm trying, this is another tip as far as like that question is concerned too. Using that check to get yourself ahead. My subscriptions, I'm going to put in $100 right now for the month of August. That should cover August. So that way, the 2 paychecks that I get in August, I can use $50 from one and $50 for the next one. I have that $100 ready for September. So that will get me a month ahead on subscriptions. And then, yeah, like I said, I'm putting $50 for my Mighty Mini Mondays. I'm going to get back to doing my own savings challenges. And I think other people's savings challenges, if they're small, they'll be Mighty Mini Mondays. But stay tuned for that revamp. And like I said, I'm putting $50 in the bank. And then my aunt, she braided my hair. And I think if these start getting fuzzy, I'm going to ask her to do it again. But I'm going to pay her $30 for that. And then that's really it. And then the rest, I need to pay this bill, Ally, because I thought I paid it and I didn't. So I'm going to pay that. And then I have $216.87 to just save for September and October. In September, I plan on traveling to Ohio for a weekend. And October, I'm actually going to another planner conference. And I want a little bit of spending money for that. So, okay, so let's get into the second question and then we'll go over what's sinking funds and how much I'm putting into each one. So the second question that I wrote down was, oh, she also asked me, do I have a car note? And I'm going to tell y'all something. God is amazing. God is amazing. I have a car note, but when I moved into the house that I am in right now, this mortgage is double of what I was paying. Well, not even double. 3/4 of what I was paying at my old house. Well, when I first moved there. When I first moved at my first house, what me and my sister bought together, our mortgage was $500 and something, like $516. And we were splitting it, so it was like 200 and something. And when she moved out, and you know, I was making more money on the job that I'm currently at, I ended up just paying the whole mortgage because she was no longer living there. Like, she still helped pay bills because it was technically her house. But no, I'm lying. I paid all the bills at that house, but she helped pay the mortgage because technically it was still half of her house. So, yeah. This mortgage, even though I make pretty decent money, this mortgage is still, I'm not hurting, but it's a lot. And so my sister was generous enough to help me out and pay my car note. I did not ask her. I was going to try to make it work, you know, revamp my budget. If I didn't have money in my pocket, it's okay. My car note would still be paid. All of my bills would be paid. But she is gracious enough to help me pay my car note, not pay my car note. And so I'm truly blessed to have a sister that is caring enough to want to do that for me, especially because she has 2 kids of her own that she's taking care of, and a household that she's taking care of. So, yeah, I really appreciate her for doing that. So I do have a car note, but my sister completely handles that. And I'm very grateful for that and very blessed. So that was my question, my answer to that. Another question that she also had was, do I have kids? And the answer is no. I work in childcare. I work with 2-year-olds. My sister had a very difficult childbirth with my niece, and the childbirth with my nephew, easy. I won't say easy peasy, but it was, you know, better quality service at the hospital that she went to. And so with me being, one, scarred from seeing her go through so much pain, and she didn't have to, with my niece, thank God both of them are here. And secondly, just me being 38 and thinking I may be a little bit too old to have children right now. And thirdly, the way the economy is and the way my paycheck is set up, I don't really think I could afford children right now because I'm barely trying to afford myself. And I just don't think I have the mental and physical capacity to work with children and then come home and not deal with my own, but deal with my own. And so for those that do that and they have children, kudos to you, okay? But for me and my household, we will not have any children. Now, I have my niece and nephew, love them to death. I would definitely, you know, start keeping them some more and give them back. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I don't have kids. I work with kids. And I have a really, really, really full classroom of boys, and they're very rambunctious. I'm good. I want to come home and hear nothing. And another question she had was how to get 1 month ahead. And I used to think, oh my gosh, my bills are $1,000 and something, and I am never gonna be able to get 1 month ahead. Yes, I can. And I just have to get started. I'm gonna do category 1. Now, the way to get started, and I learned this from Liz and Les. At first, I used to see people would just put money ahead, or well, put money aside, and that's how they would get ahead. And then just save, 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 save. Now, what I like that Liz does at Liz and Les on YouTube is she broke it down by weeks. So all of the things that you know you would have to do as far as like groceries, you know, doing laundry if you got to go to the laundromat, clothes, whatever you need for the week, or say whatever you need for the month, break it down by weeks. So if you have all of your bills together and they're $1,000, if you save, work your way up to saving $250 for a week, you got your first week. You save another $250. Now you got half a month. You save another $250. Now you got 3/4 of a month. You save another $250. You got $1,000, and now you are a month ahead. So it's, I mean, it sounds very simple, but it's a process. It's not a difficult process, but it's a tedious process, and it's going to take a lot of discipline. So I would say yes, like Liz and Les does, break it down week by week by week by week, and then you'll have your month. But that's also when I say comes discipline, where if I was to do that, I probably wouldn't be able to, I wouldn't have this Afterpay, because Afterpay is usually stuff I use to buy things that I want, as far as like sticker books, or, you know, the new this and the new that, or, you know, stuff that I may want on Amazon. I use it for that. Not saying that it's a good thing, not saying that it's a bad thing, because we're budgeting. And sometimes with doing this budgeting stuff, if I could fit it in my budget to pay that every 2 weeks and still enjoy to get some of the things that I want, not need, hey, so be it. And that's my advice. Now, if you don't ever want to do Afterpay, or you don't ever want credit card debt and you want to, you know, pay it all off, awesome sauce. I have credit card debt that I'm paying off, but that's another story, because the credit card debt is not mine. I have loans that I'm paying off, and we're just going to gradually work towards getting those off. But I have great credit. I was able to purchase this home. You know, budget the way that you budget, okay? I'm just giving my tips and my advice. So, yeah, I like how Liz and Les did it. She broke it down, and so it wouldn't be so daunting. You know, do it by the week. By the time you get your first week, you're done. You get your second week, you're done. And you keep continuously doing that, you'll have a whole month. Okay. And let's do, I'm going to tear this out. And I got this little notebook from Plan It Right. Plan Your Story. My sister sells notebooks, so if you think this blackout is real pretty, or if you like a clean aesthetic and you want white, go check out her website at letsplanitright.com and get you a cute little notebook. So we're gonna write down our categories, and I'm going to speed us up, and then we'll come back and you know, what's the word? Calculate. All right, so we're back, and I'm gonna zoom y'all in a little bit, and we're gonna write with a different color pen, and I think I want to use, I don't know why I like this color. Okay, so some things that I looked at online. I tried to get some information about budgeting and what it is, and the thing that I saw was you have to start off with writing down all the bills, debt, and anything else you pay once a month to month basis. So that's also another way that you would be able to get yourself a month ahead. You have to know what you pay on a month to month basis. So personal is going to get, we're going to say 50, 50, 100, 150, 50, 50, 30, what did I say, save 216, car 15, let me do this, Christmas and self-care 75, 75, B-day 15, yard 25, and then the rest of y'all are 15. Okay, so let's add all of this together and see how much we'll be taking out of the bank. So we have 50 plus 50 plus 100 plus 150 should be 350. Okay. Then we have plus 280 equals 630. Then we got plus 50 plus 50. We're not taking that out. Plus 30 plus 216. Is that right? 976. Now let's do some math right quick. 1300 minus 976 equals 324. 183 plus 50 in the bank is 233. Did I say 234? Because that's like counting change and stuff like that. Is that what I said? 1300 minus 976. Oh, it's 324. What am I missing? Okay. Okay, let's do these again. 50, 50 is 100 plus 250, 350. And then you got 1, 2. Yeah, third, that's 246. It's 696. Oh yeah, I think I was wrong. Or I might not be. 15 times 6 is 30, 60, 90. 786. And then you got 25. And then 150. And then that's it. I'm counting wrong, y'all. Y'all hold on one moment. Let me get this math together and then I'm gonna come back. Okay, I figured it out, y'all. There's a bill down here that I gotta pay. So what we're doing is 1300 minus my 976 equals 324. You subtract 183. You subtract 50 for my bank buffer, and then you subtract 90. You get what I'm saying though. You subtract that, okay? So let's get these in order. And then what this also I saw online that says no strategy reaps no reward. So if you really want to budget and reap a reward, you have to have a strategy. And so the thing that I did first was, like, again, what they say, write down all of the bills, debt, and anything else you pay once on a month-to-month basis. And that's how you get started. And I like to follow the zero-based budget, which means I get my paycheck down to zero, so I know where all of my money is going. And that's after you've done all of that and you decide where your money is or what categories you want, well, or, you know, what you pay for your bills and debt and all of that stuff. Once you subtract all of that from your paycheck, then you will know what categories you would want to save for, as far as like bills, insurance, debt, utilities, children. Yeah, and these are some of the most common budget categories. Groceries, transportation, fun and entertainment, pet care, home, personal, subscriptions, donations, gifts, dining out. And then you can figure out how much you actually need for each category. Okay, so personal is getting 50, so I like to do 20, 40, 50. Gas is getting 50. Next week is getting these same amounts. Groceries is getting 150, so we're going to do 150. Ashley is going to get a big 50. Movement matters. I think I'm at work, which I have to go back tomorrow. Mighty Many Mondays is getting 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. Keela is getting 30, so I'm just going to give her a 20 and a 10. I'm going to save $216 for my trips. And so we're just going to have 1, 2, and 10, 15, 16. And then car is getting 15. So we're going to do a 10 and a 5, a 10 and a 5, a 10 and a 5, a 10 and a 5. Med is getting 10 and a 5. Mel and Aiden are getting a 10 and a 5. My yard is getting 25, so I can go on ahead and take that 25 and get my grass cut again. If it stopped raining, B-Day is getting a 10 and a 5. Christmas, we're going to get that started, and we're going to save 75. So we're going to say 50, 70, and 5. And self-care is going to get 50, 70, and a 5. And that'll get me started, and I'll start putting a little extra towards that to get me where I can be cute for planners at Tiffany's. This is my 3rd year going to Donuts for Planners with the host that name is Tiffany. And I don't need my nails done for that. I just got my toes done, so I'm good for her event. But planner at Tiffany's, I'm getting jazzy, okay? Because this is my first time going to that planner conference, so I'm excited about that. And also, I want to get my nails and stuff done for when I go to Ohio in October. Because I'm going up there to see my family, so I got to look cute and jazzy. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's add these up. 1, 2, 3. We got 3. 300. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 300? Yep. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which is 120. In tens, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that 110? Yep. Fives, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 18 times 5 equals 90. And then 1s, 5, 10, 15, 16. which is 16. Now we add all of these up and we hope that it equals $976. So you have 16 plus 90 plus 110 plus 120 plus 300 plus 300. 936. There's $40 missing. Why? I don't get it. I don't get it. Where is the money? Where is the money? I'm confused. All right. I'm going to count this again. I'll be right back. Okay, so it took me a lot longer to figure that out, but I figured it out. 8 times 20 is 160, not 120. That's where that $40 was. Because I'm like, I'm getting all the same numbers. So this is 110, this is 90, and this is 16. So if you add 300 plus 300 plus 600 plus 160 plus 110 plus 90 plus 16, 976. Okay, so now since you have your numbers here, you get your little slip. I've made some of my own. I've gotten some from other people. I got this from Michaela Creations Co. when I won a giveaway. And so 100s, we have 3, 6, 8, 11, 18, 16. What you have? 16, 90, 110, 160, 300, 300. All right, and you are now done with your budget. And we'll keep this together and we'll record our cash stuffing on Friday. And the last thing that I want to leave you with is I looked up some pros and cons of budgeting and cash stuffing. So some of the cons, which I agree with all of them. I agree with the pros, I agree with the cons, and I found myself doing some of the cons, but your girl is getting back to it. So some of the pros are savings wins, like having fun with savings challenges, watching your sinking funds grow. Those are wins. You get excited to see that. Knowing where your money is going. When I did not budget, I would pay all of my bills, which I had envelopes for that, but I wasn't following the system completely. I would pay all of my bills and I would put a little bit of money aside for the next week. I did do that, but the rest of that money, nails done, toes done, Ross spending hundreds of dollars. And then come to find out, I'm like, where did my money go? I wore the stuff that I wore at Ross. I would have it, and you know, we would, in the end, I was having a good time because I was with my mom and my sister. We were having fun. We were bonding, you know, girls going shopping. But at the end of the week, I wouldn't know where my money was going and I wasn't saving. And when some stuff went down and I needed money, I didn't have it. And that's when I know, I was like, I have to borrow this money from my mom and call her. This is, you know, messing with my livelihood. And I was like, I need to buckle down. I need to buckle down. And so knowing where your money is going, I now know I got $50 in my pocket for the week. You better make it work. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can't, you can't dip into other money. Or you shouldn't dip into other money. And then another pro is not overspending. If I had a category for dining out and I know I put $30 in there for dining out, and we eat out twice a week and that $30 is gone, I now know I can't overspend on dining out because I don't have the funds in the envelope. You get what I'm saying? So that's another pro, just not overspending. Cons, you're more likely to dip. which I have been doing. I'm being completely transparent and honest. That's why you don't really see money in savings challenges, because I just really feel like this year I have not been able to save. Because once I put some money in there, and this is not even a bad con, and it's not to say that you dip for personal stuff. It could be something comes up and you have to dip. You don't want to, but you have to. So that could be one of the cons. Another con is people think that keeping the cash in the house, it might get stolen. Let me tell you something. I am a praying woman. I am a God-fearing woman, and I understand stuff does happen. I pray over everything. I bless this home. I bless the people inside the home. I bless the people outside of the home. I bless that no danger can come up against me and shall prosper against me. That includes being my house, something stealing in my house, something but stealing my car, stealing my money, things that happen in the world that just may be out of my control. I pray that those things don't happen. And so, yes, I do understand that keeping the money, you do run the risk of somebody maybe breaking into your home and stealing that money. But there is a solution to that. Only keep a little bit amount of them cash in the house. Once, again, like I've seen people do, once their category reaches $100, go put it into a savings account. And a lot of people are doing high yield savings accounts now, which I do not have a ton of information on. And that could be a whole totally different video. So comment down below and let me know if you want me to do some research on high yield savings accounts and see what the pros and cons are about that. But I also just say that, put it in a savings account. I have 2 savings accounts, one with an older bank that I have been banking at since I was a child when my parents first introduced me to putting money in a savings account. And I have a credit union account that I used to get my paycheck and pay my bills and things of that nature. I like both of them, one more so than the other. But the one that is at the older bank, that is just a savings. I try not to touch it, but if things do come up, I do go into it. And I want to start adding to that. Get the money out the house, put it into a savings account. And one of the reasons, and I'll just explain it now, but we can go into further detail. If I do a video about high yield savings accounts, I just feel like some of these high yield savings accounts are online bank accounts and they don't have brick and mortars where you can go to that branch and get your money out and have it in your hand. It has to be transferred to another account, then for you to go and get it out of that bank with a brick and mortar. And for one, I think that's a lot of work. I think that can work out for you too, because you're less inclined to touch it. But say if you're in a bind and you're in an emergency, but then you get into having more than one emergency account. So I understand that too. But I just think so. And also I think I don't want any of these, and not to wish this on any company out there that services high yield savings accounts. They pop up so quickly, and then you wonder if something happens and they go belly up, what happens to your money? That's a whole nother thing that I just don't want to happen. And so another con is just, you know, society is going cashless. I don't ever think we would actually go full 100% cashless. And I think that's just because of the way technology is set up. It's here to help us, but it does malfunction. It's not always 100% correct, but I'm going to tell you something that will never fail. That piece of paper, a dollar is a dollar is a dollar is a paper dollar. That paper dollar is going to spin, regardless of what these computers and technology do. So I don't think that we're going to actually go to a cashless society. But who am I? I'm just one little lonely old YouTuber over here doing a budgeting video. But as always, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope some of the information and the questions that I answered helps you out tremendously. I really appreciate you guys tuning in and watching me do my budget on this magic month, August. And as always, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to like, comment, and share this video to put me out in the YouTube universe. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace.